YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back on the Octavian's Rome campaign. We're going to keep things moving. I got this veteran that's going to need some troops to train, so let's send him over to this army that's moving through Iberia. I think that Octavian's troops have enough experience as it is. And you know what might be fun is to actually take Octavian against this Daco-Thracian coalition that's threatening my allies. And I do have troops relatively nearby, actually. So let's move against them. So we'll leave Vesontio behind, which should be safe, and we'll attack Corea. And they're moving towards Mediolanum, which actually has a pretty serious garrison. So I don't know that these guys could break my garrison force, so I'd actually kind of welcome an attack there. Just it'd be kind of fun to defend. And then, like I said, this is Octavian, so we'll march him down here to Genoa and take care of business. So, yeah, I think we've got those moves set. Let's end the turn so we can get our money back. Got a lot of buildings being completed. I think we should be fine as far as food balance. And then I've got more research going to really allow me to go to the max on farms, and then I can start maxing out other building chains as well. I do want to build that navy up and go capture Evoceme. Yeah, the Thracians getting a little bit worried there, and they should be. There's about to be a big fight at Corea. And the Helvetii look like they're wanting to come join me as well. This ought to be fun. I know what's up with the music. There it goes. I guess the music was just being quiet. At least I thought I heard it. Yeah, what's up? I have no idea where the music's at. It's like it stopped all of a sudden. Oh well. Well, it'll come back when it wants to, I suppose. But until then, there's going to be no music, which is kind of weird. Let's see, we should go ahead and march against Corduba. Not a very large defense there, actually. And I'm going to begin a siege here as well. Let's see if we can... yep, there goes the music. So I guess we just needed to do something like a siege to kick it off again. Looks like there's a Gaiatuli agent harassing these guys as well. Roman army here is getting massively depleted. It's pretty much worthless at this point. Unless they hire a bunch of mercenaries, which they very well might. That's a pretty classic move for them. Now this navy ought to be substantial enough to navally invade different places, so that's going to be exciting. Ought to be a lot of fun. And then Octavian can keep moving back to Genoa. And then I think we can go ahead and attack the Dacio-Thracian Confederation. What do they got here? A ton of spears and more crappy spears, so I'm not really sure what it is that makes them think they have such a great chance here. It's actually pretty laughable. I'm going to encircle them because the Helvetii will no doubt move to reinforce me, and this will be a pretty hilarious beatdown. So I'm going to allow that beatdown to take place. I think it's the most decent thing I could do. And again, my food has gone down a lot, but let's keep upgrading farms where we can. This province doesn't have a whole lot of public order to spare, actually, so I might have to be careful of that. This province could handle it, especially because I can build these buildings to counter the farm, so I'll build it there. It'll be a smarter move. This province, I need a little more public order stability still. We need to upgrade this amphitheater to a gladiator school because that's a big jump in public order. And then we should be able to upgrade the farms where we do that too, and it not be a big deal. We can levy out another Iberian cav. I'm just going to kind of levy up a bunch of Iberian troops into this army. It'll be kind of fun. And by the time I get them leveled up with the veteran, it'll still be cool. Yeah, good. And I will build. I'll build an auxiliary barracks here when I get a chance, right here. And just see what we can do with that. That might be fun. Alright, so the spy has leveled up. And we're going to gonna give this spy more cunning, make her better at poisoning other spies and agents. The fight between myself and Antony's Rome is just gonna be huge. Egypt's most likely gonna join them. It is gonna be a big fight. And then Armenia and Parthia. I don't know about Parthia, but it looks like Armenia is behind them.
I offer this because you
The guy
are
Thule
an
want military
intelligent man.
access. I don't think I want to grant it to him, because I'd rather capture these provinces. I could grant it to him, and it might help me out, but I don't really think I need the help at the moment. Okay, let's see where my attrition report was. Korea and Cordoba. Okay, both places where I expected because I have a siege going. So now we can attack these guys. We get the reinforcements of all the Helvetii. And they have a ton of short swords, which are actually pretty good units. And it's still giving these guys a pretty good chance. I'm going to fight this on the battlefield, just so that you can see this makes absolutely no sense. These guys must be getting, and they even sallied out against me. This is pure suicide. The Helvetii army would easily make short work of these guys without my help. In fact, I might let them meat shield for me. That'd be kind of curious just for me to pull back and let the Helvetii go duke it out. We'll just watch some AI on AI action. Sounds like a plan, actually. Yeah, it looks like the Helvetii are coming in from over here. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna let the Helvetii take this fight. Helvetii, however you're supposed to say it. No idea, actually.
We await orders.
I'm just gonna sit back here and watch what happens. AI will try and come attack us, I think, though, because we are technically... Well, actually, no, we have to attack them. Because even though they sallied out, we have to attack them. So they got a bunch of, what is it, Celtic slingers, Celtic skirmishers. This is gonna be funny. Watch the Helvetii attack these guys. The AI just has a ton of spears. The real question is whether my ally is just gonna run all the way over there and exhaust their men. It looks like they're not. That's good. But I think we all know that the AI is not really adept at maneuvering. Alright. I'll just go ahead and walk my guys forward. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to join them in their attack. And the AI is hill camping, so this is going to take a while. I'm going to have to fast forward for like 10 minutes just to get over there. Hate it when this happens. Wish they had like a quintuple speed fast forward or something here so I didn't have to put up with this. Because it takes forever to march across the map. And when the AI hill camps, it just makes it that more arduous. And they hill camp every time they are on defense. Which is fine, you know, they're programmed to do their best defense, but it is kind of annoying. The only good unit they have here is this Oathsworn. Their spearmen are really not cut out for this fight, and I'm pretty sure that the short swords are going to eat their lunch. These guys are pretty good. I might support the Helvetii with my cav and just see if we can do that. I want to see if their army can beat the, just beat them on their own. Okay, I'm going to take my cav and we'll just go do some scouting, because again, I just want to see if they can do something on their own. Oh, look at this deer up here. It has like the best vantage point of the battlefield, this one. Grazing and battle watching. Yep, so there's the view. Got the Helvetii approaching from over here, and the Dacians, I'm going to call them on the hill because it's just easier to say Dacians at this point. Whatever crazy confederation they are. Yeah, I'm going to take my cav up to the top of the hill. I wonder if, since the AI gets buffs, it makes me wonder, like, when the AI has troops that come reinforce you, does it take away their buffs, or do they keep them? Does anybody know the answer to that? Be curious. What do we got here? Slingers, 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 skirmishers, slingers, skirmishers, slingers. Wow. The Helvetii actually have a pretty decent army here, other than lack of cav. All they have is some light horse. Let my legionary cav rest on top of this hill. And it looks like Dacians are going to try and move their skirmishers up.
The enemy is attacking our ally.
So we'll just kind of watch how this plays out. It looks like my idiot ally, though, is going to go head-to-head with them on horribly uneven terrain rather than luring them off the hill. Yeah, it looks like my men have regained their stamina, so I'll move in. This might actually make up for the fact that the Helvetii have these guys outmatched. The fact that they're taking a horrible terrain position. But skirmisher-wise, it's going really well for them. They got their light cab back here. What are they going to do with it? Looks like they charged into the back of that Oathsworn. Actually got quite a few kills. Wow. Move my cab out of the way here. There's some Dacian skirmishers firing at my cab, so I'm going to have to pull back because I'm being chased by spearmen. But me chasing, getting the spearmen to chase me, just going to help the Helvetii take care of business. These Celtic slingers are raining a lot of crap down, and I mean the Helvetii are just wiping these guys out. So they must keep their boost. What are these guys? Spears? I would just dismount my legionary cab and take him, but I'm not necessarily sure that that's a good idea still. Let's go assist right here. This looks like a good spot to assist. Get away from the spears. Cavalry is so bloody slow on Rome 2. I do wish that they'd speed it up a little, because infantry can basically keep up with it, especially if it's AI infantry that almost acts like it has a speed boost. I'm gonna do a rear charge here on this Oathsworn. Probably won't be enough to kill it, and there are spears nearby, but just figured it'd be a nice way to get some good damage in real quick. But I'm gonna have to pull out because I got spears coming in behind me. Just wanted to get a few kills, and actually didn't do squat to the Oathsworn. Didn't kill a single man, actually. Even though that Celtic light horse killed a whole bunch of them earlier. But I'll take out these Dacian skirmishers for the Helvetii. So their general's a noble horse. Their skirmishers are still alive. Like, seriously? How long does it take to... I'm gonna have to just run away again here because we got all these spears coming up behind me and they'll murder my horsemen. There we go. Man, seriously, infantry is like just barely slower than cavalry. As you can see, they can basically keep pace. Now, granted, I'm running all in a big group rather than splitting up, which that's my fault. Those Dacian skirmishers are still alive after getting charged by hundreds of horsemen on a terrible downhill slope. I'm gonna put them out of their misery. They got charged pretty bad right there. And again, it looks like my ally is doing pretty well. There's some more Dacian skirmishers that want to die. This time, I'm pretty sure I have them. I'm going to be able to kill them before the spears arrive back on station. I said pretty sure, though. We'll see. There we go. These guys I probably won't be able to finish off before the spears get there, so I'm going to pull out once again. Those spears, man. They've got to be exhausted. They've chased my cav all over the battlefield. They're still keeping up with me. Yeah, the AI has been pretty relentless in chasing my horsemen here with their spears. But they're running out of infantry to engage against the Helvetii. So let's check out some of this short sword action on the spearmen. Got the huge AI blob going on here. Our allied general's not doing so hot, actually. But now it looks like we're going to be able to come around their flank. Their spearmen are finally going to get engaged. Yeah, about time these spearmen are going to get murdered. These guys aren't even armored or anything. It's like some kind of Dacian tribesman. I might have been able to just charge them and get rid of them. Yeah, it looks like the Dacians are in... Well, actually, the Helvetii got surrounded right here and got two of their units killed, a short sword and a Celtic warrior. But they still have a huge blob of melee troops, and then these guys are now incoming from a nice downhill position. Let's charge in here and give them some assistance. This might actually knock out the Dacian troops here. The Helveti's general just got killed. Not my concern. There's an armored spear in here, but it ought to go down too. We had a nice downhill wedge charge. Not necessarily wedge, actually it's a flying wedge for the Romans, but follow my legionary cav in here as well. We're going to try and finish off the enemy Oathsworn general, who's probably been tanking. Yeah, that's what's left of the battle here. Looks like it's pretty much over. So it looks like the Celtic-Roman alliance here dominated the Dacian, Thracian alliance. Of course, with Air doing minimal work, making my allies be my meat shield here so I don't have to retrain all my legions. Just picking up the easy kills on their skirmishers. But hey, I guess it's assistance of some sort, albeit wildly unfair for my allies. Are they really going to lose their whole army just because they lost the general?
At your command.
Nah, surely not. Okay, it must have just been showing that the general in that army got killed, because I was like, what? No way. Alright, let's tear down these buildings except for this one. I'm going to convert it. Sweet. So, took out the Dacians' first settlement. It looks like Noria needs to come under our control. And I want to say the Marcomanni were kind of uncooperative with me. Let's move all the way to Patavium. Let's go into here and see how they feel. Yeah, they're pretty hostile towards me. And they are at war with this other faction here. I'm trying to remember if Belgier is at war with them. Yeah, they're both at war with this other faction apparently. I might take out the Marcomanni as well, just to gain a little extra territory, though I don't know if it's going to really be my first priority here. Corduba's only got 2 turns to surrender. It looks like Lepidus' Rome got pushed back at Abora, and they're about to lose Corduba. They got a force running away here. Marcus Aemilius Lepidus right here running away. And these guys, I'm still just like getting satrapy troops. I can pick up some Iberian slingers. Why the heck not? I might come back and get even more satrapy troops just for the fun of it. Let's go ahead and take this settlement though before the Celt-Iberians do. And then I'm gonna go ahead and bring this guy up for the military training. He ought to train those guys up pretty quick because that's a very good veteran. And we'll go ahead and just start with some structure here. Do the civil settlements. Auxiliary barracks might be good here. Unlocks auxiliary cav. I was figuring that you might be able to get Iberian troops out of this thing or something. Really? What all can you get out of here? I would have thought you'd be able to get some Iberian troops out of this thing. So for Lepidus, Rome. Let's see, Octavian's Rome. This ought to tell me, and I'm sure you have to have it in the right one, so auxiliary cav, axemen, Balearic slingers. Huh. Definitely no Iberian infantry, but there is some Iberian cavalry. Auxiliary Iberian cav, Cantabrian cav, auxiliary Balearic slingers. Well, auxiliary Scutari. Some of those, I don't know if it's going to give them to me or not. You'd think it would list it here, but let's just build it and see what happens. I'll take a look at it. And I don't know what to do about... Let's switch this building over to one that provides more public order. 6 public order, lack cultural influence. There we go. That'll be the better move, I think. Yeah, Corduba's gonna fall. This navy is ready to go after Ibasim. And it's gonna easily be able to capture Ibasim. So not even a challenge there. I expected it to be a little tougher. Probably didn't even need to train the extra troops. I don't know what I mean by probably. Definitely didn't need to train the extra troops, I think would be the way to say it. So now we're in control of all of Hispania. And we are out of money entirely at this point. And I'm going to get a lot of negative public order because of those raiding troops. We really need to get rid of the raiding troops. So I might have to raise one more army here just to get rid of those guys. Or actually I could just bring these guys back once they finish with Corduba. We'll figure it out. Either way, it shouldn't be a big deal. We can level up this legion here, get some dread. Or the general, not the legion itself. So we're pretty much in control of all of Gaul, Iberia, and Italia, Corsica and Sardinia, as well as Sicily. So very nice holdings, actually. And then we're allied, or at least friendly, with a lot of North Africa and Egypt. So kind of curious what I want to do next. We definitely need to fight Antony's Rome, but I'd like to be very well prepared for that fight. So I may just take care of some smaller stuff before I go fight him, just to try and make my path easier, because it could be a very difficult path to get rid of him. So Coria, we can actually upgrade all these troops now that I have that blacksmith town center. Build a temple there, and then Octavian can go ahead and move towards the next. See, that's all Marcomanni, Daco-Thracians. So we'll just go take the rest of their settlements. That's going to get us a lot closer to Antony, who may not like us being in that position. Looks like we got Galatia over here, Parthia, Pontus. One turn until Lepidus surrenders here. That'll be fine. I'm willing to wait him out. Let's go ahead and upgrade this civil settlement. And rock out the... Well, the fishing port gives me public order penalties. I already have enough food, so let's not do any more public order penalties. And let's see, Lepidus' army has left this area, which is good. Though I'm not exactly sure where they've gone to, but I'll go scout ahead and see what we got at Toletum.
Something bars my passage.
Ready for orders. At your command.
Do some recruiting. We can get war dogs and auxiliary infantry. We've got enough cav. Let's just pull in some more legions while we have the opportunity. And then I might see if I can get some more auxiliary troops with the rest of that money. I'd like to run some more upgrades. Let's see what would be the best things to upgrade with what money I have left. Probably that, and that's going to be about all the money I have. Let me just make sure I'm not creating any Patchy factories somewhere. No, should be good. Should be good. It's going to end one more turn. Corduba should fall under my control, and Toletum should be the last settlement for Lepidus Rome. I'd like to go ahead and finish them off in this episode if we can. It's been a relatively straightforward fight against them. They have not gained really ever at any point any upper ground. But Octavian's Rome starts out a little more powerful than they do anyway, so... But it is on very hard, so I guess it made them some sort of challenge, but not anything that we couldn't overcome. Celtiberians are in a full-scale invasion of their territory too, which is pretty cool. I'd like to see my allies actually doing something, which is a huge help. Alright, so Corduba, under our control. Perfect. Toletum is actually under control, so I think that is the last territory that was owned by Lepidus Rome. Curious how they're still alive. Oh no, faction destroyed. They're gone. So that's it. Lepidus Rome is gone. Gone. We're going to convert this to the one that'll spread more Latin influence, so that hopefully I can keep this province happy since I don't own most of it. But this will, let's see, public orders. That gives me a lot of growth. Latin cultural influence, levies, plebs. Convert. This one gives me more public order, but less growth. That's okay, I don't really need the growth. But that one also does give me a lot more wealth, artillery on walls, Latin cultural influence. That would help stabilize public order in and of itself. I think I'm going to stick with that one. So, yeah, actually in really good shape now at this point. This is pretty exciting. I can now upgrade these 2 farms as well. So that province will end up getting really nicely upgraded. And we've done pretty well everywhere else. And that is pretty much all the time I have for this episode. So I think this was a very productive episode. Is this the Helveti's province showing up on my map? Yeah, it is. So we'll keep up the war against the Dacothracia. So yeah, we'll head against them next time. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed this. HeirofCarthage signing off for now.